Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel for my comfort angel. I'm Miss LT, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Well, I'm glad that you're able to join me once again on this Father's Day. First, I'd like to extend a heartfelt Father's Day to all those fathers that are doing the hard work of being great dads. Also, you know what? To those moms, even though you young ladies are moms and some of you are doing the role of both mom and dad, I wanted to also extend a heartfelt Mom's Dad's Day, if it applies. So I wanted to share some great updates with you. For those that have been following me and watching my channel, I am proud to say that I have now completed my second and final book. Both books were written in honor of my son, Zaire, who I lost 4 years ago to vasculitis. He was my only son, and of course, as you know, when you lose a loved one, the loss is devastating. So what I've done was I've created 2 books. The first book is how to navigate through your grief journey based on my own personal experience. The first book is called I May Be Grieving, but I'm Still Standing. I may be grieving, but I'm still standing. The photo for the book cover, obviously, is my son. I remember when I began writing this book, it was very hard, as you guys can imagine, because it details how to navigate within the new normal. The actual photo, I have to give honor to my husband because he's the one that suggested the photo of my son as my book cover. As you notice in the photo, it looks as though he's walking away. It took me over a year to be able to even look at this photo again. As hard as it was, when I sought grief counseling, I also remember my psychiatrist telling me, she goes, LaTanya, your son is not leaving you, because as you can see in the photo, again, it looks as though Zaire is walking away. She goes, he's not leaving you. He's walking ahead of you to protect you. Wow, how beautiful is that? So for those who experience the loss of a loved one, you really have to get this book. It's a definite must read. On the back, it shares my personal journey for after the loss of my son, who I lost back in April of 2022. Since his loss, I became an end-of-life care specialist. I now am one of the lead facilitators of a nonprofit organization, which is an online grief group. And I'm also a director of a small film entitled, yes, a director, can you believe it? The Voice of the Grieving, okay? So once again, this is book number 1. I may be grieving, but I'm still standing. Book 2 is called The View from Here, Finding Your Strength Through Grief. Now, as you could see, again, that's a photo of my son. Don't ask me what building he was on top of, but obviously from the look of the photo, you could tell he was definitely deep in thought. My son, he would always go to different serene places, beautiful places, just to think. And I think we've all done that from time to time. But again, as you can see from this photo, I actually picked this particular image because I wanted to express to the reader, although we grieve differently, we have a tendency to just kind of think about our loved one. How did it happen? Why did it happen? And with all of our grief, emotions that go through our bodies, it's hard to just say to ourselves, okay, you know what? I'm now part of a new normal, which obviously no one wants to be a part of a new normal. But every time I think about what I went through in my grief journey, I learn a little bit about myself. So this particular book was extremely difficult for me to write simply because it outlines the 6 days, each day, day by day, of what I went through that led up to my son's demise. So with both books, I may be grieving, but I'm still standing. The View from Here, Finding Your Strength Through Grief, both are a definite must read. These books are available on Amazon, okay? So please, I encourage those who are currently going through the loss of the loved one to go on Amazon and purchase those 2 books. I'm hoping that book number 1, because it shares some insights about, again, my own personal grief journey and how to try to help guide you through your own grief journey. And book number 2, The View, it outlines each day of what I went through, but more importantly, how I was able to find my strength again. See, that's the thing. When you're grieving, you're like, okay, what am I going to do now? I don't have my loved one here. But finding your strength again is something that I was able to do, and I'm hoping that by reading the material, it will certainly help you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Take care.